Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. For this week's video, we are embarking upon a brand new build series on the channel. We're going to do a ground up Partscaster build. So today we're going to be unboxing all these really cool guitar parts, and hopefully something cohesive comes out of all these really cool and unique parts, and something interesting is born. And that's the beauty of Partscasters is, anything you can imagine, you can build. So that's really cool. Now the inspiration for this build really came from a few different sources, but one of the main ones was Fender's Parallel Universe series. So they're releasing 12 different models, one for each month of the year. And the Teles really looked cool. They're sort of mashups of a Strat-Tele mashup, or a Strat Les Paul, or a Strat Jazzmaster, all these really unique Telecasters. And you guys know I'm a huge Tele fan, so that really caught my attention. But they're selling for $2K in the US, and I think in Canada here it was like $26.99, maybe it was $25.99. Anyway, super expensive. So I was thinking, you know what? Let's do a Partscaster that takes that theme, but can be built for like half the price. All right, you guys, let's get to the fun stuff and start our unboxing. Let's start off with the body. Okay, so here's the body. Let's open it up and check it out. You guys ready? Here we go. Look at that. So what we have here is a beautiful body from Warmoth. This is their hybrid body. So this is a Telecaster body, rather. Obviously, it's a T-style body with Stratocaster routing and Trem and everything. So we're gonna make our own personal Parallel Universe guitar, and I think it has some really cool possibilities. So when we look closer at the body, you can also notice it's got all the contours that you would associate with a Strat. So the forearm contour right here, I'll try to catch it in the light, maybe like that, is going to be very comfortable for your strumming hand. And when we turn it over, look at the tummy cut. Check out the contours on the back. So yeah, first of all, we've got a massive tummy cut here, which is going to make it play just like a Strat when you hug it up against your body, which is going to be awesome. And of course, check out the contours here. We've got a contoured heel joint, which is very beautiful, and also a contour on the scoop, the lower scoop, to get your hand kind of into the upper frets, which you don't have even on Stratocasters. So this is a Warmoth thing. It kind of thins out right here. So that's going to be awesome for playing. Contoured heel, contoured lower cutaway, belly cut, forearm cut. This thing is going to play like a dream. Now another theme of this build is going to be to showcase the natural beauty of exotic wood. So this is a black Carina body. I've never used one before, and I chose a brown to clear burst just because I think it kind of gives it the warmth that natural wood should show off. Not too bright, but just kind of, showcases the grain in a pleasing way. And we'll see that theme carried out throughout the build as we look at some of the other parts. Now another absolutely huge influence on this build to kind of go with exotic woods and interesting looking grains, natural looking things, came from these Wiggins brand pickups. I'd seen them in the past and knew I really wanted to incorporate them in one of my future Partscasters. So let's open it up and take a look. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Check that out. I'll bring it closer to the camera here so hopefully you guys can see. But what we've got is kind of Wiggins specialty. These are flame maple bobbins on these pickups. Just looks absolutely beautiful, hey? And they make all sorts of like ebony or rosewood or different kind of stuff. But I just really love that flame maple, and I think it's gonna look really cool on this build. So anyway, we went with the HSS, but the body's routed out for humbucker in the neck so we could have the flexibility to do something else. But I really like the HSS. It really gives you access to almost all the tones you need. So very cool pickups. Let's unpack these babies and check them out. All right, so here's a close-up of one of the Wiggins pickups. Just really beautiful, well made. Even the bottom plate is natural and interesting. So I'll link to all the products in the video description below if you want to know what set I chose. But I'm really eager to see what they sound like and get them in our new build. Okay, so next up, let's unbox the neck. Now, if you guys have a sense for this build, you know it's not going to be a straight maple neck or rosewood. We had to do something kind of cool and unique, so let's check it out. So, this neck is from Warmoth, and let's take a look what we got. If I can get it out. There we go. Okay, so this neck is Bacote. So I'm gonna take some close-up shots for you guys. Hopefully the camera will behave. But basically, yeah, just a really interesting, almost like a checked pattern in some lights on the headstock. I'll just sort of scroll the neck up here for you guys. Some really, really interesting grain all the way through the fingerboard. So there it is. And again, on the back side, oops, there we go. I think that's in focus. Anyway, on the back side, again, some really, really unique patterns of grain. So yeah, when I found this neck on the Warmoth site, I actually sent the guys off an email and I was like, what's with the Bacote? It looks really cool and I think it might work with my build, but what's the deal? And they sort of said it's tonally close to like a solid rosewood neck, which Fender has done from time to time. But so yeah, it'll be really interesting. We've got a Graphtech nut. This is the first neck I've ever used with stainless steel frets. So I'm really excited about that. So on the back here, I think they labeled it, yeah, SS 6150. So 6150 size frets, stainless steel. Again, some of the Warmoth necks have the truss rod adjustment on the heel here, which is actually super convenient. But this one was more traditional, but that's okay because I really wanted the grain and the interest of this neck. So yeah, really cool. That's the problem with Warmoth. I can just sit on their site and like waste a whole evening just like surfing bodies and necks because they offer, you know, just really cool stuff that you couldn't find elsewhere. So, and I've used them a ton in the past and never been steered wrong. So anyway, this is what it is. Let's check out the next parts. Next up, we have one of the most requested items that you guys want to see on this channel. It's the Blade Runner from Super-Vee, a very, very unique and interesting trem system. So let's crack this baby open and take a closer look. Okay, so let's pop the trem unit out itself. Okay, so hopefully again we'll get a close-up view of it. Looks really well made. It's lighter weight than most, so that'll be interesting. But basically the whole idea behind this is it's got a solid piece of metal that kind of mates between these two surfaces. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's that little tiny blade of metal. So it goes in as one unit, and then that spring or that piece of metal is what causes the trem to return to zero. And apparently it works extremely well and it's really balanced and light. So anyway, I'm very excited about it. This particular model will fit on 6-screw trem systems, so that's also interesting. If you have a Strat or a Squire with 6 individual screws, this will mount straight in. So yeah, I'm really excited to try it out. Now also in the package, we have the usual stuff. We've got our springs and screws, and of course a bunch of tools for adjusting the trem, and we've got our bar. Now this has an interesting system to secure the bar. It's a thread-in system, but it has a locking collar, so it should keep the bar exactly where you want it. I've never seen a system like this, so again, very curious to try it out. All right, so we've got our hybrid body in black Carina. We've got the Bacote neck with stainless steel frets. We've got the Wiggins brand pickup with flame maple top. We've got our Super-Vee trem. Next up is our ratio tuners from Graphtech. Now I used these guys on one of my Squire upgrade videos, and when it came time to do this build, I knew exactly what I wanted. These are amazing tuning machines. So basically, each individual tuner has its own unique internal gear, which means they all turn at the same ratio, which is beautiful. So it eliminates that, you know, when you turn your 6th string, you maybe half a turn, and then to do the same thing on your 1st string, you have to turn it like 4 times to do the same thing. This eliminates all of that. All the individual tuners have the same ratio. So very, very easy and quick to tune. Locking tuners, it's going to be beautiful. And to go with our trem, we've got some Graphtech string savers. So these babies are going to keep our strings from breaking, and they have that little kind of lubricated tip on there. So hopefully it'll keep the trem in tune and keep our strings from breaking. Now, for those of you who have been watching the channel for a while, you know I absolutely love Obsidian Wire. I use them in almost all of my projects because it just makes installing new pickups or pickup swaps or Partscaster builds so much easier. The guys are awesome to deal with there, and I've used them on I think 3 or 4 of my projects. So again, I'll link to this in the video description if you want to know the exact model I'm using. But here it is. So in the box, we've got some of our parts here in a neat little satchel and an output jack. It's all CTS and Switchcraft stuff, so really high quality. But the model we have today is kind of special. It's the HSS model. So what it does is in the humbucker position, it goes to 500K, which is what a humbucker really needs to come alive. And when you go to your middle position and neck position, it goes to 250K, which is what a standard Strat or Tele would have. So really unique and cool switching options there. And it also splits the humbucker and goes to 250K for position 2. So very, very clever, very well thought through. Again, high quality parts. It's going to make installing stuff a cinch because of the quick connects right here. So it's completely solderless. All you have to do is strip your pickup wires, which I think the Wiggins ones were already stripped. So all you have to do is slip them into the right quick connector and you're ready to go. No soldering, no fussing around. It's perfect. Now, as you guys know, inevitably I will forget a part or two as I'm doing my Partscaster builds and I have to add it later, whether it's strap buttons or something like that. Not this time. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. But anyway, I ordered all the rest of the parts from Solo Music Gear. Those were the guys who I did the Les Paul kit through. So I've got shielding that will go under the pickguard. And I wasn't sure, actually I should grab that pickguard for you guys because you need a special hybrid one for the Tele body style with the Strat route. But anyway, so I've got shielding that will go on the back of the pickguard. If that doesn't work, I've just got like a bulk sheet so I can cut one out, which is going to be absolutely amazing because we do want to keep those single coils quiet, right? We've got strap buttons this time. We're good. Output jack. Solo has their own brand, comes out of Japan, high quality stuff. Neck plate. I've forgotten one of those. I forget which build it was. I had to grab one off another guitar or something like that. Anyway. Just bonehead stuff. Ground wire. That's going to go from our Obsidian Wire kit to the Trem. Okay, we need one of those. And a bunch of screws for the pickguard and stuff. So I think I got my butt covered for all the small stuff. Other than that, we'll be ready to build. All right, you guys, so here's just a quick preview of what we've got so far. Nothing's really attached other than I threw the pickups in the pickguard. So I'll just take some close-ups for you guys. It looks really, really cool. Very unique. With those Wiggins pickups. And of course, yeah, you need the T-style pickup or pickguard routed for Strat controls. Okay, and I've got some zebra wood control knobs on there right now. Just grab them, I think, off eBay or Amazon. I'll put it in the link. But I might want to go with flame maple. Let me know what you guys think. I think the darker knobs kind of will tie in with the edges of the body and the darker neck. But sitting next to the pickups, I sort of feel like maybe maple would look better. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But anyway, so that is the mock-up. Stick around for next week when we do the actual build. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to stick around for parts 2 and 3 where we do the actual build. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you like content like this. Hit up my Patreon page if you want to be eligible for awesome gear giveaways every month and access to Tab. Other than that, have a great week. We'll see you guys next time with the build.